go through 2 multi-step equation problems. You should have already taken a little bit of notes, but this is kind of like solving the problems together. So we're just gonna do A and B on your example 1 notes. So we have this 49 equals 2 parentheses 7x plus 6 plus 9. Okay, so following our steps, first thing we always need to do is distribute. So we're gonna distribute this 2, and it only goes to whatever's in the parentheses. It does not go to anything outside the parentheses. And then once we distribute that, we're gonna bring everything down. So that is now 49 equals 14x plus 12 plus 9. I know my writing is a little hard to read on here. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so now next thing we need to do, we distributed. So now we have to combine like terms. And when we combine like terms, we are only looking at one side at a time, because we're not doing an inverse operation. We're just combining. We're not switching any signs. Remember, same side, same sign. Okay, so we don't have any like terms with this 49, but on the other side, 14x plus 12 plus 9, 12 and 9 are like terms because neither have variables, they're constants. So we're gonna go ahead and 49 equals 14x plus 21. Okay, so now we are left with a 2-step equation. So we want to isolate x. Okay, to isolate that x, we got to get rid of plus 21 and this 14. So the first thing we're going to get rid of is anything that is added or subtracted. So this plus 21's got to go. So inverse operation is going to be minus 21. Anything I do to one side, I have to do it to the other side. So minus 21. So now we're going to end up with 28 here. Bring down 14x. Don't forget the x. Okay, so now we just got to get rid of that 14. It is being multiplied, so we're going to divide by 14. Divide by 14, and then that is 2. So my answer is 2 equals x, or if you want to put it in correct terms, it would be x equals 2. And that's it for that one. Let's go on to the next one. And I'm actually going to erase all of this, so you might want to pause and write that down. I'm going to go ahead and erase. Okay, so here we go. Same steps. First, we're going to distribute that 8 inside anything in the parentheses. Anything on the outside, like that negative 2x, is just, he's by himself. So 8 times 3 is going to be 24x. Oh, I cannot write. Then 8 times 8 is going to be 64, and that is a positive 64. And then bring down minus 2x equals 130. Okay, so like terms on this one, I've got 24x and negative 2x. Remember that negative belongs with that 2, so make sure you're keeping them connected. Let me erase that. Okay, so 24 minus 2 would be 22x plus 64 equals 130. Okay, so next, again, we've got to isolate for this x. So we have to get rid of this 22 and this positive 64. So we're always going to get rid of whatever's added or subtracted first. So I want to get rid of this plus 64 by doing a minus 64. Anything I do on one side, I've got to do on the other side. So minus 64 over here. So now I'm left with 22x, and then on this side, 130 minus 64 is 66, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, yes. Okay, and then we're left with our last step to divide this 22. Divide 22, so x is going to equal 3. And remember, you can use a calculator for any of the integer stuff. I mean, some of these numbers get kind of large, so it might be quicker to use a calculator, but if you want to do it by hand, that's perfectly fine also.